Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading for November 11th to the 17th. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and we're going to jump right into it, Scorpio. Oh, there you go. That's a great sign with that King of Pentacles. A little peekaboo from the universe. The universe giving you a little message right there, a little wink and a nod. And of course, if it shows up in your reading, then we will really talk about it. We'll know that it was meant to be. But I will also keep it in mind as I do your spread. Now, Scorpio, the other thing I was going to say is that, yeah, there's some big energies happening right now. I talk a lot about the recent live stream that I did, and I do talk about a lot of things that just I don't have time for, like in everyone's weekly readings in the live stream. Okay, so I'll leave that at the end of the video if you want to check that out. Now, Monday, November 11th, you've got Venus moving into Capricorn. This is going to be a really big deal for y'all because Venus is going to be here all month long. Very different vibe from Venus and Sagittarius, right? Venus is going into the Earth sign. This is big boss energy being in Capricorn. Very grounded, very practical, the focused energy, right? Very focused in terms of building this stability for yourself, long-term commitment energy when it comes to things that you desire. Everything that Venus represents: love, money, passion, creativity, abundance. So pleasure. So it kind of feels like that it has that leisure energy, right? Business and leisure, because Saturn is a little bit more, it's not Saturn, Capricorn, but Saturn is a ruling planet for Capricorn. Capricorn is a little bit more, like a little bit more serious, like let's get this done, let's put some work into it. And you see that Venus is actually having one last chat with Pluto, right? Pluto is in Capricorn the last week that Pluto's in Capricorn. Okay, so Venus is having one last chat here with Pluto. So remember, Pluto is your ruler, your ruling planet, your modern ruler that can bring a little bit of that intensity, that depth, that, even doing some shadow work, but great passion and transformation here. Okay, so keep that in mind. And some areas of your life you may feel this in is communication. Okay, you could be doing a lot of communication around this time, especially about new things as you're thinking about this transformation in your life. Okay, as well as siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors, travel as well. All right. Now, the other thing is you may be setting yourself up this week and maybe even, the following weeks in terms of setting the stage for your future in terms of what do I want moving forward? What do I want to ground myself in and have stability in? Because remember, Pluto will be leaving Capricorn, moving into Aquarius, which is all about the future. And then next month, Venus will move into Aquarius. So you'll see them meeting up again, but in a different sign. Okay. A lot of energy around home and real estate and family and children for y'all. Okay. Significant other too. Oh gosh. And happy birthday, Scorpio. I forgot your birthday. Happy birthday for all Scorpios. We're still in Scorpio season. Hope you're having a great birthday. Okay. Now, Tuesday, November 12th, Mercury will square Saturn. This is a day where it may not be a great day to make long-term agreements or plans, maybe not sign, maybe try to avoid signing contracts around this time, especially if it has something to do with money. And I'm saying that because these two planets are definitely not seeing eye to eye. Mercury all about communication and agreements, and Mercury, the merchant, right? And you've got Saturn and Pisces in your fifth house. So there could also be something here with something with children, maybe your own, like something creative. It's all about self-expression here with the fifth house. Love as well. Okay, true love. So just think about the fact that, look, Saturn's going to go direct in a few days. That's a better time, okay, to have any important conversations or whatnot. This is not that day, and this is a day where you might feel like if you are having a conversation that's something about your future, you may be feeling like you're hitting a wall with the person that you're talking to, okay? Because it's, again, not the best aspect. And pay attention to what happens around this day too, okay? Because we're going to have this aspect again in December. We'll talk about it then. Now, the big thing for this week, oh wow, it's a big full moon in Taurus. Scorpio, this is your opposite sign, okay? So definitely something here that may have to do with partnerships, with relationships. It can be love, it can be career, it can be whatever one-on-one, relationship, your realtor, whatever it is. Um, it could also there could be something with legal matters around this time for y'all. Okay, maybe something with contracts, but this is enormous. This full moon, exactly 24 degrees. That's really strong. Okay, it's mutable energy, so there is some changes that will be happening. Maybe easier for you to adapt to some change here. Really strong intuitive energy with 24 degrees, but this full moon is really strong six energy, six in numerology. And I say that because 24 degrees, as you know, 2 plus 4 equals 6. And it's happening on the 15th. 1 plus 5 obviously is 6. Six is beautiful. Six is all about harmonizing and empathy and kindness and nurturing, everything that the moon is known for. Okay, everything the moon is all about, and the moon is exalted in Taurus. So incidentally, six just happens to be associated with the planet Venus. Okay, and Venus is Taurus's ruling planet. So beauty, harmony, love, abundance, but even sensuality. It really is, Taurus being an earth sign, that grounded energy, but your physical world. Think about your physical world, okay? You're seeing the beauty in things around you, okay? Really having that appreciation for things that you have in your world. Security could be a really big theme for you around this time as well, like the things that you value, things that you inherently value as well. I mean, could be a big focus. So, as I said, strong full moon, you may feel a few days before, a few days after. What makes it really strong and really interesting is that it's going to be conjuncting Uranus. And this is a tight conjunction, okay? It's a degree. It's less than a degree. It's a degree. It's strong. It's strong. It's powerful. Uranus, remember, is radical change, the unexpected, and surprises. Okay, so as with any full moon, we know that there are shifts, there's endings, there's culminations, there's turning points. It's in Taurus. So this is allowing you, remember, with that strong six energy, to have that appreciation, spend time in nature, do some breath work. This is an energy of release. Okay? It's an energy of release, letting some things go that you need to let go. And, there's got to be, again, there may be some surprising moments around this time. I've talked about the Great Awakening, especially in my live streams, how we're moving into the age of awakening, the Great Awakening, the age of wisdom. Uranus is the Great Awakener, all right? So something around this time definitely will be illuminated for you or within you, okay? And I say within you because Uranus is also breakthroughs. This could be your big breakthrough moment that you need, okay? For something to come to an end, turning point, transition, things like that. All right. So it almost is, with this full moon, it can feel like, a little bit of a wake up call, or it could also be just you waking up to something that you needed to recognize, like, okay, something needs to change here. It could even be like a big reset for a lot of y'all too. Okay. If you want to get an idea of what may be ending or just changing, all right, for a lot of y'all, every Scorpio is different. Not every Scorpio, like, just nothing's, because it is partnerships, relationships. I'm not saying that it's gonna like end here. There could just be a turning point. Okay, there could be just something here. But if you want to get an idea of what you might expect with who it might be, think back to May 7th of this year and the weeks following that. Where were the changes that were happening in your life around that time? Because this full moon corresponds to the new moon in Taurus we had then. All right. And this full moon is going to be, there's great things with this full moon too. There's, it's going to be trining Pluto, again, your modern ruler. It's a wide trine here, but again, it just, that's empowerment, right? That is empowerment. So there could be some conversations we're having around this time too. And Pluto, as we know, like I said, leaving Capricorn. Capricorn is the ruling planet for Saturn. And as you see on the same day, Saturn will go direct in Pisces. This is going to be really great for you. Really great. Because Saturn was retrograde since June 29th, and I've talked about this in, your monthly forecast. I'm not going to spend too much time here. Just know that you're going to feel a little less delays, a little less restrictions when it comes to things that bring you fun. Okay? Things that bring you fun, joy. This is all your fifth house. This is true love, romance. This is children, is, here as well. Procreation as well. So things that have to do with that as recreations and hobbies, creativity, self-expression, all of that. So this is going to be great for you, but it's also remember Saturn is all about life lessons and the authority. So building that structure in terms of what you want moving forward and giving it some grounding, right? Okay, so and as part of your journey moving forward, remember it's a karmic journey and Saturn is karma as well. All right, so you could just really feel this energy in terms of becoming your more authentic self by building these structures for yourself and becoming more of an authority. That's what Saturn is, right? The authority, right? So really harnessing that energy. Lastly, Saturday, the sun is going to be opposite Uranus on November 16th. So very interesting. I like this for you, actually. I do like the sun opposite Uranus. It is really strong, rebellious energy, okay, to do something different. Remember, we're coming after that full moon in Taurus that was conjuncting Uranus. Uranus is going to be very, very active. Surprises, the unexpected, but again, breakthroughs. Remember what I said, Uranus is the great awakener. So this is you feeling the urge to break through from certain routines. Try something different, okay? This is all about expressing yourself. This is letting your individuality shine, all right? So don't be afraid to, go to work one day wearing a turtle costume and bringing in lasagna and eating it in front of your boss and saying that you didn't make it but your mom did. Whatever you want to do, just express yourself, but in a way where it's working in your favor. So maybe not do what I just said. Anyway, let's get to it. Oh, and the other thing is, don't forget Mars is in Leo. You got a lot of career stuff happening right now, a lot of things in terms of a lot of y'all want to be like fame as part of the 10th house, your reputation, public recognition, all of that. Okay, so a lot of y'all have these goals and there's achievements that you want. So Mars is really active. Don't forget Mercury is in Sagittarius in the second house. There's some money talks, all right? Talks about finances, money that's happening. And remember, both of them are in shadow right now. Mercury's going to go retrograde next week. Mars is going to go retrograde next month. And so you may be feeling a little bit of that, as in, hey, maybe people from your past are coming back around that you're seeing around this time, just popping up maybe in your I don't know, Instagram feed or MySpace or whatever it is. Anyway, Scorpio, happy birthday. Let's get to it. Let's see what's going on for you, right? For November 11th to the 17th for Scorpio, Scorpio rising, Scorpio moon. Okay. All right, Scorpio. I do a traditional culture cross spread. It offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading. And if we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Secondly, Scorpio, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you're having a really great birthday season. You deserve it. I'm so excited for you. Excited to see what we got going in your spread. Don't forget the King of Pentacles did pop out and gave you a wink. Wow. Okay, so there's going to be some changes. Don't get mad about it. You see what's happening here. Wow. Okay, so let's get started. You got the Magician. So yeah, a lot of y'all could be in a place where you're really, really feeling that urge for things to, like I said, reaching your goals and whatnot, but manifesting them. Like you got the Magician, you got the Mage here, kicking off this new journey. So it seems like there may have been something that started for you because we also had that new moon in Scorpio on the 1st. So a lot of new things that are happening for you, but this is the power to manifest everything. This card is actually, the Magician is attributed to Mercury. So remember to communicate. Remember to continue to keep your lines of communication open. But this again, a new journey for you. A lot of y'all have started that. Y'all are manifesting it. So this is really wonderful. You can see all four tools of tarot at his disposal. Okay. He can manifest whatever he wants. He can have whatever he wants. You could do whatever you want. Remember, as above, so below, right? Now, bring everything into your reality, everything that you want, like really, really put that effort into it. But it looks like you already are. Now, here's what's really interesting is you got the Three of Swords in the heart of your spread. Okay. So with this full moon in Taurus, yeah, there really could be something here where it is something with a partnership, relationship that maybe a little what's going on. Okay. Because it is the Three of Swords. There's some emotional impact here, right? But this is really interesting, okay? Because you got the Five of Swords too, as you see, but you also got the Ten of Swords. But you got the Ten of Swords in your crown. Now, before I even get there, you got the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. In your challenge area. So, yes, will it have to do with someone, this Three of Swords energy? Quite possibly. Is it someone that maybe not giving you a raise, maybe, or offering you that new job, maybe? Could it have to do with a partner? Maybe, but it feels more like maternal energy. That's the Queen of Pentacles anyway, right? So there may be something there. Remember, Pentacles are your physical reality too. It's not always money here. So there may be someone that is prohibiting you from being able to build this world that you want for yourself. All right. So remember, here's the thing. I don't want you to overthink this, overanalyze it, because if you do, you see what's going to happen. And another reason why is you got the Ten of Swords in your crown. Look at this. Three of Swords. Sure, we call it like the heartbreak card or the heartache card. It's still a sword suit. It's up here. You got the Ten of Swords in your crown. And so it could be something that is really strong for you, where it is, you may be really hard on yourself with that Ten of Swords energy. Remember, 10 is the end. 10 is the end of that suit. And so it really is, look at this. The sun is coming out of this card. So those dark clouds are clearing. So there is this new horizon. There is this new beginning. There is this full moon that's happening in Taurus this week. That, again, has to do with partnerships and relationships. For a lot of y'all may feel that in that area. And again, it can be whatever resonates with you in that capacity. But, with that Six of Wands, remember what I said. A lot of y'all are striving for these dreams and things that are giving you this sense of like, this is making my life meaningful. This is all about public recognition, by the way. Like I said earlier, this is someone who has, achieved things, but he's taken that inspired action to do so. And this is victory, and this is success, and this is rising above, right? So there is this interesting disconnect with what you're thinking based on something that could affect you emotionally this week, where with that Five of Swords, it can get to a point where it's not diplomatic. Okay? It's not diplomatic. So this is a time where you want to ask yourself, whatever happens here, don't overthink it. Can I not overthink this, overanalyze it? Can I continue to move forward in a way where I'm not being on the offensive, like the stingers are out, being Scorpion. Let me clarify a few things here, because this is very interesting. First, I really wanted to see this Three of Swords. You got the High Priestess. Okay, so Three of Swords, interestingly, is attributed to Libra, by the way. So Libra is all about partnerships and relationships. So yeah, there may be something to read. Again, it doesn't have to be, but you go within, remember the swords are the mental suit, processing things, intellect, all of that. The High Priestess is intuition, okay? And so I've talked about there's a difference between the physical mind and the higher mind. Go within, okay? Process it emotionally, intuitively, in a way where it's like, okay, why did this happen, and why is it making me feel this way? All right. Is this something that, the High Priestess, by the way, is the guardian of the subconscious. And a lot of these things, especially with all these, Mercury and Mars both in shadow, Mars being your traditional ruler, by the way, when you think about the subconscious, what is the subconscious? It's where we store our memories. So a lot of things here can be connected to things that may have happened to you in the past, and you had a certain reaction, and that's a certain reaction that you take all the time when something happens. And that is why we always talk about cycles, or I talk about cycles and breaking free from those cycles and being in touch with your higher mind, because then you react differently, and you don't even, you are more responsive and go more internally and see why some things have happened. The other thing I'm going to clarify is the Ten of Swords. Yeah, and then you got the Four of Swords. Don't overthink things. Take that time that's the Four Swords is like all about retreat of the mind, that stability, that meditation, all of that. Okay. That stillness of mind. It does look like there is something affecting you here this week where the best way out is not overanalyzing it, overthinking it. You got these two cards of meditation, these two cards of peace saying, go within, okay? Just don't give your brain a break, right? And as you know, the Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords, right? So there really could be something here. Now you also, and then the Five of Swords, I wanted to clarify that too, because you got the 3, 4, 5. Four of Swords is also a Libra card, okay? So yeah, may likely, if it was on a scale, whatever's happening here may be moving closer to this side of the scale. That's partnerships and relationships. Okay. You see that here with the Two of Cups. So coming after the Five of Swords with these two clarifiers is indicating that yes, this may have to do with partnerships, relationships. It can be even friendship. This can be very platonic, all right? It could be a family member as well. But at the same time, there's something here that's saying if you can drop these swords and if you can communicate and if you can see eye to eye with people, you're going to be absolutely fine, because this is healing. You see the caduceus in between them as well, right? So there's this great passion here. This is sharing yourself with someone else, opening yourself up with someone else. These people have complete trust in each other, okay? Two souls inhabiting one body, right? Thank you, Aristotle. So listen, this is definitely going to be a week where you may have an emotional impact, but be in touch with your higher mind, and that's going to make all the difference, okay? You see that here. You see every clarifier that I pulled. All right, let's get to your stuff. I'm very interested in what happens here. And that is kind of it's interesting because it almost leads to this happy fairy tale ending with that two of cups. It's so beautiful, right? There's this driving life force between them. It's really nice. Scorpio. Wow. There's some things that are gonna be big during this full moon. All right. Okay, let's see what's going on. Yeah, you're going to be fine. It does seem like, yes, there may be something that does end or is a shifting point with Uranus very active. It may come unexpectedly. That may be the thing where it's just like, oh, and then you spend all this time over analyzing it, overthinking it, where it's really just saying, be more in touch with your emotions and your feelings. That's what everything is. Look at that. You take that away, you don't have any cups here. Cups is love, emotions, feelings, intuition, wonderment, right? So if you can, drop the swords, go within, have that retreat, right? You're going to be absolutely fine. And then look at what's happening here. So you've got the Seven of Cups. Very interesting, okay? There's going to be a little bit of a haze that you might have to go through. Do you have all the information? Are you thinking about things that, are you going toward after, certain things, approaching things in a certain way, but you don't have all the information? There is a little bit of smoke and mirrors here. And it could be the other person. It could be that other person involved, right? And that may even be the other thing, is that you're not getting any answers. You're not getting a clear picture, right? From something, okay? Or someone. And that is what's making you overthink. Okay, so now you've got the so trust your intuition. That's it. Trust your intuition. You got the Ace of Wands in your external factors area. There's something great brewing from this. This is almost like, remember, Saturn going direct in your 5th house of true love. the taskmaster planet Saturn, who puts on the aviators, that makes things a little bit like, like you got to work for this. So it's almost like there's this experience that you're meant to have, but you're not meant to overthink it or overanalyze it. You've got that Ace of Wands. This is new beginnings. This is new opportunities. This is like whatever you're passionate about. This is that ambition that you're feeling with Mars and Leo in your 10th house. Okay. That's, your reputation. And it's also public recognition. It's honors, it's achievements. It's all of that. Wands, if you are here for work, it could be something work related. I mean, you did get that 6 of Wands here as well, but something's coming through, and possibly in the form of this new partnership with the 2 of Cups. Okay, now you got the 8 of Swords. Look at all these swords. Oh my goodness. But where it's in your spread, 2 things here. One is that you don't want any of this. You do not want to be in your head. You do not want to overanalyze things. You do want to be honest with yourself. You want to be honest, and you want to accept the situation that's happening, like all of that. She is wearing that blindfold. We do call this like the self-victim card. So that's one thing. Okay. The second thing is that some of y'all it may be hard for you to move forward if you do not trust your intuition, because you're already creating this outcome, right? You're already creating this like this scenario that's very possible, like I said, based on that subconscious energy that humans naturally do. And so this card is, there is that element of fear, right? That's with, fear of what's going to happen. That's why I'm just going to stay put here and wear this blindfold, right? Fear is fiction, right? It's something we create in our heads. Speaking of the subconscious, right? It doesn't even exist. It's what we do, right? Now, so that's the other thing. And then, so don't do that. Remember, go within, be guided, that you got that light inside you, okay? And then lastly, you're going to be fine. You have to believe it. You have to believe that you're going to be fine, and that whatever happens here, we're human beings. We're all human beings, okay? This is the reason why we weren't built as robots. We were built with a lot of different emotions, and we have to feel them all. So it's part of this emotional evolution. And then remember what I said. You didn't get any cups until the 2 of Cups showed up, and now in your final outcome, you have the 9 of Cups, the card of a wish coming true, something that you wanted. This is being sad. Look at him. He's so satisfied with the outcome. And speaking of like recognition and whatnot, this is someone where the cups are aligned over his head. And so a lot of enlightenment here, but it's almost as if he's showing off the cups like they're trophies, like being proud of himself. Like, look at look at where I'm at. Look at how everything's good. And he is sitting like I said, like a genie in a bottle right there, right? I say it's genie in a bottle energy. When I say wish come true. Yeah. So interesting week for you. Okay. Interesting week for you, but you see that you're going to be good. You're going to be absolutely fine. There's some wonderful things that's happening here. A lot of this just could be not seeing eye to eye, but in a way where, again, just overthinking things. And with Uranus, sometimes like things can happen so suddenly, and we can be very reactive, and you could like immediately think like, I've been betrayed, and someone's, not like a lot of things, right? So remember, trust your intuition. That is the thing that's going to happen. That's going to matter the most here. And don't forget that King of Pentacles did pop out. And so when I look at your spread, I'm like, that is where you want to be. Remember, use that energy of the King of Pentacles, who is grounded, who is practical. He's a big protector. He's confident. He's sitting in his garden of abundance. He's the richest king. And so work with that energy. That's who you are. Okay, that's who you are, and believe it, right? That's where you're going to be. That's the big picture here. And so know that you're going to be sitting in that throne, okay? Y'all, oh my goodness. Okay, Scorpio. So I don't know why that thing keeps going off. So yeah, so you can see that again, you're good. Everything's going to work out in your favor. Everything's going to be good. Okay. So there's just something here that may happen, that may have this really strong emotional impact on you that goes up here. Okay. But all the you saw everything here. Okay. Okay. So yeah, yeah. And it could just even be like a little bump in the road from something new that you did started or something that you really wanted. Maybe someone wasn't, again, seeing the same way as you, or someone's in your way about something. But just keep that in mind. Just trust your intuition the most, Scorpio. Y'all are among the most intuitive signs. I got really passionate here. Okay, so that's how much I love y'all, Scorpio. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what is going on. Please talk to me. Let's talk. Happy birthday. Y'all are amazing. Next week, we will talk about Pluto moving into Aquarius. We actually officially move into Sagittarius season as well. That's going to be big. There's, again, that's in your second house. So self-worth, self-value, material possessions. Remember, we're on the heel. We're getting so close to that new moon in Sagittarius. Second house is also money, finances, income, all of that, all of that. Y'all are you're moving in this great direction. Y'all are amazing. Thanks so much. All right. I'll see you next week. Thanks so much, Scorpio, and happy birthday. Okay. Bye-bye.